How to integrate a payment gateway in Flutter Web app. So hi everyone, I'm a Renuka Kelkar and I'm a Flutter developer at Altaflora, based in London. I'm a Google developer expert for Flutter, founder of the TechPowerGirls Community and organizer at GDG London. Along with this, I am the Womentechmaker ambassador. So let me tell you about my community. So Tech Power Girls. Tech Power Girls are the tech community specially created for the women who are having 5+ years of gap in their IT career. And in this community, we help the women to learn Flutter app development from the scratch. We help them to create their portfolio. We help them to get back to the job market again. So for this initiative, we really got a really good response, and we now expanding this initiative and helping the and upskilling the students from the rural part of the area. So this is a little bit about our community. So today's topic is about the payment gateway. So what is a payment gateway? When you buy something online, what is things going behind the scenes? So first thing is that buyers makes a credit card payment through the e-commerce website, e-commerce applications, web applications, and then they take all the information like all the credit card details, your name, address, everything, and then that information sent to the payment gateway. So payment gateway is like a Stripe, PayPal, or uh, other platforms. So in that platform, in the payment gateways, process all this information and connect to the right network. Just like if you are using a Visa card or MasterCard, and which bank you are using. So everything, all this thing information, they process at the payment gateway, and they will send this information to the bank. Bank also process all the information and transfer the fund before they will send all the information to the payment gateway, and after that the payment gateway send this information to the merchant account. So all these things going smoothly, and it looks very easy, but if you want to develop these things in your application, it is look like little bit tedious. So what is a picture, or what is the story for the Flutter? So now if you think about the websites, so payment gateway is very common. You can just have the plugin for the website. You can just easily plug in that Stripe or PayPal into your website, and the work is done. But what about the Flutter application? So there are many options available. You can use the GPay, Apple Pay, PayPal, Stripe, or any other platform. So today I'm going to talk about Stripe. So what is a Stripe? The Stripe is a third-party payment service that manages payments, pre-built checkouts, invoices, billings, and all other stuff, all other features in one single platform. So it is like a one-stop solution. So how you can integrate Stripe in Flutter application, and basically how to integrate Stripe in Flutter web application. So it looks like that because you know that this Flutter web is getting matured, and now people are using for their production apps as well. But when you think about the payment gateway or Stripe, you can see so many queries on the Stack Overflow that how to integrate that, because there are some plugins available for the mobile. Now they are come up with some plugins which helps you to do the Flutter web, but this process was not simple. So we can go through that, how you can integrate this. So there are two ways you can integrate Stripe with the Flutter application. One is you can directly integrate through the API. You can use the library and you can integrate into the Flutter application. But that that road, you have to manually create your own webhooks. Then you have to create a cloud functions, and this stuff is little bit painful. I have been through that pain. That's why I have created this talk. So there is another option available now, which is Stripe Firebase extension. So this is really simple. Um uh, you have to just need to put all your information, Stripe information, into the Firebase console. You have to install this extension. You have to fill all the information, and your job is done. You don't need to take care of any backend. So all the backend works is taken care by Firebase itself. So I think this is a really good option. And one more benefit using the Firebase, this extension uh, is that this is developed by Stripe and Firebase itself, so you can trust on that. So let's see what you will need. So when you want to develop, when you install the Stripe into your Flutter application, you first need the modern web browser. Second thing is you need to have a Google account. You need to have a Stripe account, and you need to have a project, Firebase project, which is having the Blades ban enabled. Like you need to have a paid version of the Firebase project. So let's see. So first thing is that we need to have a Firebase authentication for your application. So Firebase authentication is used because once the user is authenticated, it triggered the cloud function and create the customers through the Stripe account. So this is really very, very important. You have to be, the user should be authenticated. So this is the one check. Then there are many functions they are already created for you to create a checkout session or updating the data for the subscription. So everything is already predefined in this extension. The second thing is that you have to create a Cloud Firestore database. This is because when you create any product inside the Stripe, it automatically create the collection inside your Firebase database. So this is very important. This is the second step. You have to create the Cloud Firestore database. Third is that the set the security rules. So I think the in there when you install the Stripe extension, and in that you will get all this information. What the documentation is really good, so you can just get all this information there itself, and just copy this all the rules which you want to include in your Firestore, Cloud Firestore. So the next step is add the extension. So if you go to the Firebase console, you can install the extension, or you can use the Firebase CLI as well. So here you on the Firebase console, you can see there is a Firebase database and extension tab. You can just click on that. You can go to this page where you can have the list of the latest extension. And if you want to see more, then just click on the explore the extension marketplace, where you will see all the extension available in the marketplace. The next step is that you have to choose the correct Stripe extension. So there are two extensions available. One is for the run the payment with the Stripe, and second one is the send the invoices using the Stripe. So we are going to use the run the payment with the Stripe extension. So if you click on the install, or you can click on the view details, so you will see all the details about this extension, how to install it, how it works, how the payment will works, how much charges you will need get if you want to access with your plan. So all this information is available here. So once you click on the install, you first need to select the project where you want to install this. So here I have already created some projects in Firebase database. So here this is my application. This is the project where I want to install my Stripe extension. After that, you need to upgrade your account to the pay as you go or blades plan. So if you uh, uh, access the application, the limit of that application, then they will charge you. So this is like a paid kind of thing. So you have to do that, otherwise this will not work. The next thing is the next when you go through the step by step, the second step is reviewing the billing and usage. So this is the area where they will give you the warning if you pass the free tier and you will need to pay. So all this information on this step. The next step is for the review access. So Stripey need some access from the Firebase. So they can access your Firebase service like a Firebase authentication and cloud data store. So these two services, they can need the access. The fourth step is that to configure the extension. So here you can see here the cloud function deployment location. So I'm using the default location, but you can select where you want to create your want to deploy your application. So you can select the location which is nearest to you or you want. Then the next thing is products. So this is the place, this is the Firebase Firestore collection, where when you create a Stripe products in the Stripe dashboard, so accordingly that it will create the collection inside the Firestore. So this is the products is the collection name and the place where they can save the all the products. The third is the customer. So customer, where when you authenticate the user, it will create the customer collection into the Firebase database. Then here, sync new users to Stripey customers and the Cloud Firestore. So please click on the sync. So it means that if you want to create a new Stripe customer immediately when your Firebase user is created. So this is the place you have to click on the sync. And here are the two places where you want to add the Stripe API key and Stripe webhook key. So right now we haven't created account on Stripe. So you just create install extension and go to the Stripe dashboard and create the Stripe API key and webhook key. So let's go and we'll see that. So here, this is the Stripe dashboard. When you click on the developer option, you will come to this page and here you can see the API keys. So here you can see the publishable key and secret key. So this is very important. This is very unique for each user, and please don't share with anyone. You just use this key to access your own Stripey account. So then there is a restricted key. So how to create a restricted key? So you can go and I will show you for that. Okay. So when you click on the create a restricted API key, you will come to this page, and here you can add the name whatever you like, and there you need to give some access. So these things is already written in the documentation. You just need to have give the right access to the customer checkout sessions and customer portals, and the subscription you just need to give the read access. Next step is for the webhook restricted key. So here in the documentation you can get this kind of URL. You can just copy paste this URL and put it into the endpoint, and you have to add these events in your webhook restricted key dashboard. So once you have done, you will get your key, and which you can copy paste into the Firebase console and click on the install the extension. So this is the whole process you have to follow. The next step is that you need to create, after installing the extension, you come to the Stripey dashboard, and you just need to create a products in Stripey. So when you click on the product tab, you come to this page, and when you click on the add new, so you need to add all the information here, just like a name, description, the price details. But here, if you want to use the subscription, then just you have to click on the recurring. You have to select the recurring. If you don't select the recurring account, uh, the it will show the error basically. So this is very compulsory. You have to select the recurring. So this is the thing which you have to plan on the Stripe dashboard. Then when you go to the Firebase database, you can see all the products, whatever you have created on the Stripe dashboard, it will reflect in the our Firebase database. So you can see the collection they have created products, and these are the product ID and all the description you can see here. So this is the one process. Once you have created, once you have authenticated user, it will automatically created the customers collection inside your Firebase database. So next thing is that because when you want to develop the payment gateway, right? The everyone has their different needs. You have your own UI for your application, and you want to match that. So the Stripe is taking care for that as well. You can go to the branding in setting tab, and where you can choose the color which is similar to your application. You can add your icons or logo, and you can design your own page here basically. So this is how you can develop this. So what is a so this is all, everything is done from the Stripe and Firebase side. Now it's a time for to how to integrate with the Flutter. So what is my flow, how I have developed this? So here I have created three screens, where first is that I want to authenticate the user. So this is the login form. In the next screen, I want to retrieve the data from the Firebase, from the product collection, and display all the products, all the products what I have created in Stripe. And when I select that, I click on the subscribe, and it will take me to the Stripey dashboard. So it will create a link for my Stripey account. So here you can come to this screen, and once you click here, select the you can add your all the credit details here, and you just click the subscribe, and the process will start. So this is the whole process how it works. We can see the demo, and we will see how it works actually. Here is the demo. So I have created this page where you have to first authenticate the user. So let me add my email. Let me add some password. Okay, so once you have authenticate user, you will come to the dashboard page, where you have to select one product which you want to subscribe, and click on the subscribe button. It will take time some loading the page. So it will redirect you to the checkout.stripey.com. So this is, we are using the Stripey checkout. So in here you will see it's a pre-built page for you. As I mentioned before, you can design this page as per your requirement. Here I have already put it my credential here. You can change your credential here, and after that you just need to click subscribe. If it is if it is working, then it will take you to the success page. Yeah, so this is the simple application I have created using the Stripey checkout. So as you have seen the demo, here I have created the 3 pages. First is the login page where I'm authenticate the user. Once we are signing, you can redirect to the dashboard page where you can see and you can retrieve the information from the product collection, and you can select the product, and then you can click on the subscribe button, and then it will take you to the Stripey checkout page where you can put your credential and then click the subscribe button. If the whole process is successfully run, then you can redirect to the success page. So I think it's a time to see the actual code, what code I have written for this, the whole functionality. So it's time for the coding now. So here is the code. You can see that there are different files I have created: the login page, dashboard page, main.dart, subscriptions. So in the main.dart, I have done the connection with the Firebase. Then I have used the Go router for to the routing, and then you can see the code for the login page where I have just created a simple login form. And in the login form, first we have checked the authentication. If the user is authenticated, then it will redirect to the dashboard page. Once you go to the dashboard page, you have to first display the data from the products. So for that, we have used the stream builder, and we are retrieving all the information, products and price information from the product selection. After that, when you want to create a subscription, the first step to create a subscription is that you have to create a checkout session, and for that you need a price. So here on the click of the elevated button, you can see we have retrieved the price from the product collection, and we are sending this price and creating the checkout session where here is the information like a client, which client you are using, then the mode, the subscription, we are right now using the subscription mode, then we are sending the price which we have selected, and then you have to give the success URL and cancel URL. So here you can see I have created a success page and cancel page, and then once you have created a checkout session, then you can redirect to the subscription, basically subscription widget. Once I have clicked here, you will redirect to the subscription page, and here you can see the code. So we are sending the checkout session ID from the dashboard page to the subscription. Here on the init state, we are retrieving the values from the customer collection and checkout sessions, basically, and we are checking here if the snapshot has an error, or snapshot connection connection is active. We are displaying the circular progress indicator. If snapshot has an error, it shows the error message. If the snapshot has the data which we want, and we are checking that if that contains the session ID or URL. So once you have created a session, you will get the session ID and the URL. The URL which is URL which contains the URL to the basically Stripey checkout. So this URL we are passing through this html.window.location.href, where it will open this URL into the new window. So this is we have done here, and if it is error, then you can show the error message, and while loading that page you are showing the circular progress indicator. So this is the simple code you have written from the client side. The backend is completely done with the Firebase. So that's how you can just integrate the client side code into the Flutter. And once this is done, you can just redirect to the success page. So that's it. It's a simple code, right? So let's go back to the presentation. I would like to say thank you to the Flutter and Firebase team to giving me this opportunity, and say thank you to the Darian, Majid, and Jamie, and special thanks to the Simon who helped me to create this talk and uh, help me to review my code and solve the bugs which I'm getting through while developing this application. Thank you so much for everyone. If you have any question, you can connect me on the Twitter or LinkedIn, or you can email me. I'm mostly active on the Twitter, and you can see the source code for this application here on my GitHub. I have already put it my the QR code, or you can go through to and connect on my GitHub. So thank you. Thanks for having me, and thank you so much.